The 1981 teen sex comedy Porky's became an unexpected box office phenomenon, launching careers and establishing a template for raunchy coming-of-age films that followed. In this video, you will see how have the actors of the Porky's changed. You will know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then, in 1981, and what's with them now, in 2025. Okay, let's go. Wyatt Knight as Tommy. Age filming, 26 years old. Wyatt Knight, known to Porky's fans as the mischievous Tommy Turner, transitioned from teen heartthrob to accomplished director after his acting career. Wyatt Knight got his start on an episode of The Waltons in 1979. He held a number of roles on various shows, like one-offs on T.J. Hooker and Family Ties in Star Trek: The Next Generation. But his career tapered off by the 2000s. At the same time, he had to undergo a bone marrow transplant for stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Sadly, the intense cancer treatments left him in an abundance of emotional and physical pain. In 2011, and at the age of 56, Wyatt went off to a remote area of Maui, where he lived and where the former Porky's star died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Tony Ganios as Meat. Age filming, 22 years old. Tony Ganios made a strong impression as the well-endowed Anthony Meat Tuparello in the Porky's films. After completing the trilogy, he appeared in Die Hard 2 and Rising Sun before a decisive career pivot in the mid-1990s. Ganios left acting to pursue entrepreneurial interests, establishing himself in insurance and financial services. His business acumen allowed him to build a successful post-Hollywood career far removed from his teen comedy beginnings. Tragically, Ganios died in February 2024 at age 64 from heart failure, leaving behind his fiancée and a legacy spanning both entertainment and business. Alex Caris as Sheriff Wallace. Age filming, 46 years old. Before playing Sheriff Wallace, Alex Caris was a first-round draft pick for the Detroit Lions, playing with the team until 1970. Memorably, he played Mongo in Blazing Saddles before venturing on to Porky's. Shortly after Porky's, Caris went on to his most memorable role, adoptive father George Papadopoulos on Webster. Last year, after declining health, Caris died from complications caused by kidney failure in October 10, 2012 at age of 77. Chuck Mitchell as Porky Wallace. Age filming, 54 years old. Well, we couldn't leave off Porky, right? A 6 feet 3 inches titan of a man with a booming voice. Mitchell was often cast as a villain, making him perfect as the sleazy brothel owner Porky. He's also really great as the sloppy restaurant owner Rocco in the great comedy Better Off Dead from 1985. This actor could also sing, and did a set or two of stand-up comedy in his days. But sadly, this multi-talented giant passed away in 1992 at the age of 64. Doug McGrath as Coach Warren. Age filming, 23 years old. Canadian actor Doug McGrath earned himself a Canadian Academy Award for his role in the 1970 film, Goin' Down the Road. And while that's all well and good, we're choosing to give praise to his role as Coach Warren in Porky's, a part that would introduce us to his ridiculously hysterical laugh. The coach didn't make appearances in the Porky's sequels, but McGrath did go on to become quite successful in film and television. He can be seen in Falcon Crest, Little House on the Prairie, Twilight Zone, the movie, and many more. Today, he works mainly out of his native country of Canada on film and television productions. He died November 3, 2022 at age of 64. Roger Wilson as Mickey. Age filming, 25 years old. Mickey returns to Porky's for revenge after he embarrassed his friends. But he's beaten so badly he ends up in the hospital. That's when the rest of the guys become hellbent on getting their own revenge. Roger Wilson held his first role in 1965 and jumped back much later in 1981 for Porky's. We then saw him regularly on the show 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, playing a McFadden alongside his MacGyver brother Richard Dean Anderson. While he had a generally short-lived acting career, he also had musical skills, being the lead singer for the band Numb in the 90s, and a member of the band Born Again Baldwins in the 2000s. He's had a lot of different jobs, including a bartender, a bar owner, and even a wellness coach. Today, Roger is 69. and most recently founded the club 7908 in Aspen, which he has been running since 2018. Cyril O'Reilly as Tim. Age filming. 23 years old. Cyril O'Reilly played the hot-tempered Tim Cavanaugh in Porky's, a role that showcased his intensity and launched a steady television career. Unlike cast members who left entertainment entirely, O'Reilly expanded his presence across numerous popular TV series. Cyril O'Reilly got his start in 1980, and while he surely became a commercial success thanks to being in the Porky's cast, he is also known for playing the role of a vampire in the film Dance of the Damned in the late 80s. In 1981, he co-starred in the television movie Splendor in the Grass with Little House on the Prairie's Melissa Gilbert. Then, in 2007, the two reunited for the TV movie Sacrifices of the Heart. Today Cyril is 67 and is making a comeback to acting, appearing in the 2023 film Pig Killer. Though never becoming a household name, O'Reilly established himself as a reliable character actor with remarkable longevity in an industry known for brief careers. His evolution represents a successful, if understated, Hollywood trajectory. Khaki Hunter as Wendy Williams. Age filming. 26 years old. Wendy Williams is who Pee-wee finally gets his time with by the end of the film, giving Porky's that classic teen movie ending. Khaki Hunter began making her mark in Hollywood in 1977. We later saw her in the leading female role in the 1980 film Roadie. She also had roles in 1980's Willie and Phil and 1984's Just the Way You Are. Her last role was in an episode of the series Tropical Heat until she fully retired from acting. And since retiring, she became a teacher of white water rafting in Utah. She also wrote the How to Book Earthbag Building. She's 70 years old and has been involved in community theater in Utah. She also has a YouTube channel that she occasionally posts on, sometimes even showcasing some of her singing talents. Scott Columbie as Brian Schwartz. Age filming. 29 years old. Scott Columbie, who portrayed Jewish student Brian Schwartz in the films, successfully merged his entertainment career with his passion for golf. After appearing in films like Caddyshack and TV shows including The Facts of Life and 8 is Enough, Columbie leveraged his golf expertise into a second career. He established himself as a respected teaching golf professional, instructing both celebrities and everyday players. Columbie's transition demonstrates how personal interests can evolve into professional opportunities, allowing him to build a sustainable career around his sporting passion while maintaining connections to his entertainment roots. Today he is 73. Kim Catrol as Miss Lynn, Lassie, Honeywell. Let's just say at a certain point, the boys find out why Miss Honeywell is called Lassie. Age filming. 25 years old. As for Kim Catrol, she began acting in 1975 but rose to fame in the 80s when she began making appearances in films such as Ticket to Heaven and Masquerade, amongst many others, and of course, Porky's makes that list as well. However, even though she's featured in a Porky's cast deep dive, it's worth noting that Kim is likely best known for her role in Sex and the City from 1998 to 2004. She continued reprising that role in the films Sex and the City in 2008 and Sex and the City 2 in 2010. In the last decade, she's held a lot of recurring roles in various shows such as the series Sensitive Skin and most recently in How I Met Your Father. Today, Kim is 69 and we last saw her in the show Queer as Folk. She currently has a role in the film About My Father alongside Robert De Niro, and makes a cameo appearance in the second season finale of the sequel series to Sex and the City. And just like that, Boyd Gaines as Coach Brackett. Age filming. 27 years old. After gaining some attention for his role in Fame, Boyd Gaines went on to play Coach Brackett, the man who fell hard for Ms. Honeywell. Gaines went on to work in film and television over many years. He's also found success on Broadway, appearing in She Loves Me, Cabaret, and Anything Goes, among many others, and has received accolades for his stage work. Today he is 72. Mark Harrier as Billy. Age filming. 27 years old. Billy is another member of the gang on a quest to lose his virginity. Mark stated in a 2022 interview that they originally shot a more graphic version of the shower scene, where Tommy actually puts his penis through the wall and the girls start freaking out because it looks like a snake. It was cut to avoid an X rating. Harrier began acting on the stage, And when Porky's came out, he had the #1 movie in America to his name, while starring in the #1 Broadway show, part of the original cast of Sister Mary Ignatius. But joining the Porky's cast marked his first screen gig. He'd go on to guest star in a number of shows, like an episode of the final season of MASH and Murder, She Wrote. He'd play Dr. Walter Matthews on 2 episodes of The Practice in 1998. But that'd be it. That changed when he made a comeback in 2019, appearing in seasons 5 through 7 of the Amazon show Bosch. Today, Mark is 71, married with 2 kids, and lives in California. Dan Monahan as Edward, Pee Wee Morris. Age filming, 26 years old. Dan Monahan portrayed the sexually frustrated protagonist Pee Wee Morris, whose embarrassing shower scene became one of the film's most iconic moments. After completing the Porky's trilogy, Monahan appeared in films including Up the Creek and From the Hip, but gradually stepped away from acting in the 1990s. His actor, Dan Monahan, began acting in the late 70s, starting with a few episodes of the hit show 8 is Enough. In 1981, he was a part of the Oscar-nominated film Only When I Laugh, somehow finding the time to become Pee Wee for Porky's that same year. Of course, he'd team up again with Bob Clark for Porky's 2 in 1983. Then for the Bob Clark-less third installment, Porky's Revenge. His career was short and sweet, enjoying some major 80s teen flicks before slowly backing away from Hollywood. His last prominent film role was in 1997 in the horror flick Night Flyer. Based on the work of Stephen King, Monahan married a teacher, Sharon Killius, in September of 1982, fresh off that Porky's wave, and the couple has 1 daughter together. Today he's 70 years old and spends his time enjoying photography and golf. He is hitting all the best courses in the world.